You know what's something that everyone has to deal with? Something that no matter how fast you run away, you can't avoid. Something that not even money can fix. Because I know there's a lot of people out there who just think money can fix every single problem. Well, it doesn't let you avoid this, and that is time. It moves on with or without you. It does not care. And because of that, it can be scary for a lot of people. There are a lot of people out there who just absolutely hate the idea of just thinking about their future. Because time moves on, it has basically spawned one of the worst experience of all time, and that is just sitting down and waiting. This is something that is so annoying that basically everyone is trying to make everything more convenient just so we could decrease the downtime and just so you could get something immediately. That's one reason why so much people rather prefer to buy something digitally than go and buy something physically. For example, if you want to go and buy a physical copy of a video game, you're going to need to 1. Get up, which for some people they just don't want to do that. 2. Go outside, which is a second step that some people don't even want to do. Go inside of a store and go and buy it. Then you have to go back to your house. It's just so terrible. It's just so inconvenient. Or if you want to go and sit down and buy digitally, all you have to do is sit down, go on Steam, and even if your internet is good enough, you could just play it in one sitting. And that is one reason why so much people rather go and buy something digitally. We're even at the point where some people don't even want to go to drive-thrus or eat inside of a restaurant. They rather just go and like DoorDash it or Uber Eats it because they just don't want to go and wait at all. They rather have someone else do it because now it saves them so much time to do something even more important, like sit down and say you have absolutely no games to play, even though your game library is filled to the brim with like 300 games, and you only really play 50 of them. Very productive stuff. I am here to spend my time to complain about waiting, especially when you're sitting down and there's absolutely nothing that you could do to basically go and speed run the process. Nothing that you could do to min-max your time and make it go by faster. Like one experience that I'm pretty sure everyone had to go and deal with once, going outside and you have to be in a waiting room. Probably one of the worst creations of mankind, because I'm pretty sure these rooms are like scientifically made to be as miserable as possible, where you're basically just sitting down in an absolutely terrible, uncomfortable chair, because for some weird reason, these waiting rooms, they just don't care at all to actually go and like make you sit on something comfortable. So you're just sitting down on a very cheap plastic chair. The room is rather just completely white or just absolutely lifeless. They didn't even care enough to put posters or to do anything to make the room actually feel alive. So it's just this soulless place, and the only type of entertainment you have is to basically look at the wall, and you get so bored you kind of think like the wall is moving, or just if you're a kid you could just sit down and just pretend that 2 anime characters are fighting or something, or you could go and look at like the water jug or like the coffee machine that always gives extremely bad and like disgusting water. Like the water jug is probably like sink water, so it's probably something extremely terrible, or the coffee machine always tastes extremely bad, like it's always terrible, and they have very small creamer selection, so there's absolutely nothing that you can do. Now, today and age, waiting rooms aren't really that bad because now absolutely everyone has a phone. So now you can just sit down and go and like put your AirPods in and watch like a bunch of YouTube videos. So now it's way more easier. But back then when you're younger and you have basically absolutely nothing to do, it was bad. All you really had to do was just go and sit down and look up at the ceiling and just play with the water jug. You have absolutely nothing to do, and you just have to just hope that suddenly out of nowhere time just suddenly goes faster, and then you can finally go and leave. And especially terrible when you're waiting for something like the doctor visit, because you're sitting down there. 1, something is probably wrong with you because you're at the doctor, so you're probably extremely sick, or you just feel terrible and you don't know why, and you're basically just waiting. The doctor will come out and just call someone else's name, and you're like, oh, can't wait for my turn. Another good example is easily something like airports. Another absolutely terrible experience. I don't know how there's actually people out there who actually enjoy going to an airport and actually enjoy like flying inside of an airplane. I think something is wrong with you because it's absolutely terrible. Even if you go and sit in first class, you're not really getting that much of a better experience than if you go and sit in the boring economy class with the absolute normies. It's basically like, hey, instead of sitting on a wooden stool with a bunch of splinters and you're gonna get up in absolute pain, now you get to sit on a wooden seat, but it's still filled to the brim with splinters and it's still absolutely terrible. But now you can go and rest your back, but you're going to be like, but the chair is still made out of wood. And you're just like, hey, be grateful. You got a little bit of upgrade. And now you can also get access to absolutely terrible airplane food, like an extremely soggy sandwich, or just very bad coffee. Or maybe if you're someone weird enough, you can even go and drink tea. I have absolutely no idea why you will go and do something like that, but hey, you can. But the main reason why I have to deal with waiting so much is because now, in an extremely long time, I'm actually excited for video games. And there's a lot of games that's coming out that I just really want to play, but there's really nothing that I can do to make it go out faster. I mean, I guess I can go and like pre-order it and get access to the beta or something, but that doesn't really do anything because one, I still have to wait for the beta to release, and two, I can probably only play it for like 2 days or like 2 weeks, and then it just suddenly goes away, and then I have to sit down and wait again. And it's just an absolutely boring experience that I just have to go and deal with. There's really nothing that I can do about it. I can't suddenly go and make the game release faster, and I also don't want the game to release faster. Look, so much games release broken, I just truly don't care how long I have to wait at this point. I just want the game to finally release good, especially if it's something that I'm really looking forward to, which is something that I'm currently going through right now. And it just absolutely sucks, and all I can do is just sit down and complain, because again, I have absolutely no power to make stuff go by faster. And I swear, if I could, I absolutely would. Like, if I had the power to go and like skip time, I probably wouldn't do it at all, because you could probably skip too much time and it create like a time paradox and absolutely ruin the timeline for everyone. And we also don't know what type of like time traveling rules we're gonna have. Like, if you go on time travel, are you gonna go and make your own timeline, or are you gonna go and like mess it up for everyone else? I don't know, and I also don't know what I'm talking about. I'm completely getting off topic. Waiting for stuff absolutely sucks, but hey, that is something that we all have to go and deal with, and there's basically nothing we can do to go and make stuff faster. But you know what's something that everyone can do? Sit down and complain, because why would I actually try to go and like fix a problem? I was gonna go and make a joke that why would you go and fix a problem when you can just go and complain about this, but this is literally something that, again, no one can fix. I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. Waiting absolutely sucks. I wish stuff can go by faster, but hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess, and I don't really like cookies. That's a lie, I do like cookies. Anyway, this is something I want to go and talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.